I think Alien Earth is tricking us. This is all one big lie. A lot of people are probably scratching their heads right now as to what the ending of episode 4 of Alien Earth truly was. Wendy can communicate with these creatures to the point where she can speak the xenomorph language itself. It's like she can speak partial tongue, like Harry Potter speaking like a snake. She can do that. But why? How? We see at the end of Alien Earth episode 4 that the embryo they implanted into her brother's lung, it's a chest burster now, but it doesn't attack her. No, she's able to speak with it, calm it down, and even pet it like it's a pet, like it's a dog. And it is showing affection to her as if she's its mother. Apparently, according to Wendy, she was chosen. The xenomorphs chose her specifically. Now, why? What could the reason be? Well, it's not what you think. A lot of people are going to think, oh shit, they're about to ruin the xenomorphs now. And to be honest, I thought that too. When I saw her do this, I'm like, bro, please don't make the xenomorph pets. Please don't make the xenomorph pets. For fuck's sake. That's the last thing we need. A lot of people already think that Wendy's a Mary Sue, but listen, I think they're tricking us. I mean, I hope. I hope. Is this xenomorph going to be loyal to her? Is she going to use this as her weapon against Prodigy? If they fuck with her too much, she's going to be like, okay, go. Pounce. Johnny, whatever the fuck. She's going to name it Clover or some shit. Watch. We already know the xenomorph escapes. It's going to grow up. It's going to be locked in a cage, and we're going to see it start peeling its skin and escape. We already see it nuking a bunch of dudes in one of the trailers. We see its head literally right there, but it won't attack her. It won't attack her brother because it's loyal to her. Is the skin peel? There's a reason it looks gray-brownish at the top of the head, unlike any other xenomorph we've seen. Maybe that's a sign that it's subservient and loyal to her, or maybe T. Ocelus, the squid eyeball alien, has infected it, and now it's like a fight between him and Wendy as to who gets to control the xenomorph. Who knows? Is this an origin story for the woman in dark? Is that what Wendy's becoming right now? Is she becoming a freaking synthetic queen? I think something weirder is happening. What I'm about to say will actually make way more sense than anything I uttered a bunch of bullshit just now in comparison to what I truly think is going on, which I hope is going on, because if it's not going on, then I feel like they're going in a very stupid direction with the show. The xenomorphs chose her because they can sense what she can do. They sense that she was able to hear them somehow. You know how there's different layers of sound? I forgot the terminology for it. Well, she could detect them. Where it's like detecting spectrums of light, right? But she was able to detect theirs. No other human can do this, so they sensed that, and they sensed her as a result, and selected her as the perfect being. There we go. Tuning into frequencies, sound frequencies, wave frequencies, and all that. She can do that. She can do things that nobody can explain. She has different levels of power, and the xenomorphs know it. The hive mind, the xenomorph hive mind, has sensed her and selected her as the perfect guardian for their progeny, okay? It can sense those beings that are powerful enough, organic or inorganic. Most of the times, whenever they sense organic creatures that are powerful enough, they end up getting impregnated by a chest burster anyways, right? But inorganics, this might be the first time xenomorphs have seen one that's compatible with them, and they've selected her to protect their progeny. And remember, the xenomorphs can distinguish between organic and inorganic really fast. The chestburster took one look at her and sensed her body and knew she ain't the creature to attack. If it was a human, that human would be fucking annihilated by this chestburster. It would jump at it, right? Or run away from it out of fear. But it can literally sense her body. I believe that the xenomorph selecting Wendy to communicate with and being subservient to her is actually a fucking manipulation mechanism created by the hive mind as a protection mechanism. It's a form of evolved natural selection. Alright? Remember, survival of the fittest. The fittest will adapt over time. That's what makes the xenomorphs perfect organisms besides everything we already know about them. This is a new addition to the lore. They're able to, in certain settings, select for beings outside of their current hive mind that can protect their progeny when they can't protect the progeny themselves. We've seen xenomorphs able to adapt in a similar way time and time again. Remember, how are the queens made? If there's a question between what came first, the queen or the egg. It would make sense for a queen to come first, right? But even if you're taking into account David building on the xenomorphs, we don't actually know what came first, right? David created a queen later after he created his first brand of xenomorphs, right? But special facehuggers are made by eggs, royal queen facehuggers with armoring on them. The entire system of xenomorphs has built-in safeguards to further the species. Think about the egg morphing deleted scene from Alien 1, where they use human bodies to morph eggs. You don't need a freaking queen for that. It's like the aliens, the xenomorphs, always find a way to adapt and replicate. There's safeguards built into the life cycle of a xenomorph, the entire system, the hive mind. that keeps and perpetuates the species. It keeps it going. So imagine at this point, they need a way to preserve their kind. They don't want to be frozen in eggs forever, and if they do hatch and a chest burster release, they don't want it to be experimented on forever, right? They can sense that they need a way out. So they select for a being that can help them, that can communicate with them. This is a fucking manipulation tactic. They're using Wendy, not the other way around. I don't think the Xenomorph's going to be loyal to Wendy. I think they're going to try to make her loyal to the Xenomorph species, the hive mind. Now, a lot of people question, okay, will they try to make Wendy a queen? Will Wendy end up being infected by pathogen, or is she just going to take her role as the queen inevitably and let them do as they want to her, and they will maybe morph her into a queen? I don't think that's going to happen. I just think they're going to use her to get all the Xenomorphs out. They're going to want her to help them create a flood, a horde. You remember what the cyborg is currently doing with the Indian AI dude? He's trying to get him to get more eggs out. I think the Xenomorphs are going to want her to help them further their race in a similar fashion, okay? Now, but beyond the Xenomorph shit, I need to get to this guy. Teocellus he's fast approaching the category of scariest fucking alien with tentacles I've seen. Because there's a scene where they throw him in a cell with this guy, the goat, the sheep, whatever. And you know what's about to happen. You know this thing is about to fuck this goat up by going inside of its eyeball and whatever. But the way they show it, I'm telling you, I got Calvin vibes in this scene. I was like, oh god, man, it's starting to crawl towards him slowly, and then once it realizes what he is, it goes fast and goes inside him, and you see it rip out the eyeball of the goat and go inside, and it's nasty. Oh my god, I might get demonetized for having this picture up. Anyways, yeah, that's literally what happens. Teocellus is terrifying, y'all. When I'm witnessing this, I'm like, bro, I'm seeing the CEO look at this with such fascination, like, oh, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. I'm like, bro, how? How is this the greatest thing you've ever seen? I would nuke the place from orbit if I saw this. Oh, we could use this for so many things. How are you going to use this? You're going to implant this thing into humans for what? For what purpose? Oh, we can control all the humans. You think you're going to control the humans with this squid thing? Good luck. And then we get this dumb chick, bro. Listen, I don't care for a lot of these synthetic storylines. I think a lot of them are just bland, stupid characters. The kid synthetics. Like, you have something interesting going on with the cyborg manipulating the one AI kid to grab the eggs, which we're gonna get to. This girl, I think it's interesting as a separate storyline. It's interesting, the idea of putting children in the bodies of synthetics and how that could go wrong. And seeing how scary that could be with a girl like her, with the power that she has with a kid's mind. You see it almost become like a horror movie level scene at one point in this episode, with her attacking one of the scientists, and they're gonna have to put her in a cell or something, I'm guessing. And she's gonna kill somebody, I'm guessing. That's fine, and it makes you wonder, why the hell did the CEO Prodigy and the scientists not come to a realization that this would be a fucking problem? Why would you give them a body that's this powerful? If you know they're kids. It just feels like it was a bad idea from the get-go. Granted, you've solved the problem of death by doing this, but still, it just feels very like you should have thought about this. Like, this should not have been the first time this ever happened. This should have happened like within the first few days of creating these things, okay? Besides that, it feels like this belongs in a different show. And I'm glad that this isn't just a xenomorph attacking people on a ship storyline. Like, I get it, but that's what it's inevitably going to turn into. I honestly find the stuff with the aliens way more fascinating than anything with this. These characters don't interest me. If the writing was better, maybe. But I'm like, I'm not attached or fond of any of these kid characters who are in these synthetic bodies. Granted, we still have a couple episodes to go. I think we're halfway through the show, right? It's 8 or 10 episodes or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. This guy's being manipulated by the black cyborg dude to do his bidding and grab one of the eggs and implant somebody with a face hugger. Yeah, the cyborg guy wants somebody to have an embryo inside of him, so I guess that he could take that human body for Wayland. I think he's underestimating how much time it takes for these chest bursters to actually hatch. This guy, this Indian dude, is looking at Wendy's brother as the perfect bait for this. He's going to use Wendy's brother as bait for this facehugger to come out. And he wants to kill Wendy's freaking brother, essentially, by doing this. I think this guy is going to stop that from happening and use him instead. This scientist is already trying to defect from the company. And they know this. It's recorded. And he's right. This guy's the most smart dude in the entire story. And that's how you know he's about to die. He's about to die. Alright, that's what's going to happen. They do touch on the 5 companies. You have Wayland, Prodigy, there's a couple other, I forgot the names. But they're all, like, in competition. And it's suggested... I think that one of these companies sabotaged the Wayland-Yutani ship that crashed with the 5 organisms. I think they were sabotaged. I don't think Prodigy did it. Maybe Prodigy did it. Maybe that'll be revealed. But I think it would be cool if one of the other companies did it. They did it as a tactic to get ahead in this kind of arms race. All the companies are competing for these alien organisms. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm making an entire video, and it might have come out before I made this video. Wayland, Yutani, and all these companies being obsessed with the xenomorph makes no fucking sense at all. It's actually really stupid, and it's the more and more I think about it, it's a trope and a plot point used to make the story happen. I understand it, but it's the dumbest thing ever. There's no reason you're making me believe that Wayland cares enough about these xenomorphs to literally do everything that they're doing. Especially in the world that we've been told all this shit with synthetics, hybrids, and all this stuff, all these crazy advancements. I don't believe for a second that any company would be this obsessed with a xenomorph. I'm gonna make a whole video on why. Actually, you know, fuck yeah, I'm doing it. I'm making a video. I'm making a video on why Wayland being obsessed with the xenomorph makes absolutely no fucking sense whatsoever, alright? It's an Alien Earth as a show so far. I like the first 2 episodes a lot. These last 2 episodes have been kind of meh. Like, they're okay, they're decent. There's some interesting stuff happening here and there. There's some cool mysteries and intrigue here and there. I just don't find any of the characters that interesting. Besides the CEO, Boyd, or whatever his name is, I think he's cool. I think he's interesting. He's a bit over the top in his performance, but I actually like that because everyone else is dull as fuck. Most of the other characters are literally synthetics, and they're kids, and I just don't care. I just don't care about them. And honestly, I don't care enough about Wendy or her brother as well. There's a lot of emotional scenes between them. It's not written well, in my opinion. It's not that it's like badly written. It's just not great. It's average. It's incredibly average. I don't care about it. The only thing I give a shit about in the show is everything with the aliens. And I know that's a very obvious statement to make. Oh, it's called Alien Earth, not Humans Earth. I get it. But you need to interest me. Every single Alien film and piece of IP related to Alien has had this issue besides the first 2 Aliens. None of the characters, I don't give a fuck about them. I literally want to skip to everything with the xenomorph. This is the big... I don't think the problem... A lot of people have different problems with the Alien series and movies than I do, personally, I think. I don't think enough people speak about how undercooked the human elements of these stories are. I actually like a lot of aspects about AVPR, but AVPR to me literally represents all my problems with the Alien franchise itself, in the later movies, that is. Besides Alien Resurrection, I think Alien Resurrection is funny as fuck, no matter where it is. Characters in Alien Resurrection are just so freaking stupid. It's just fun to watch. But that's the thing, I don't have fun watching 50% of what I'm seeing. AVPR has a lot of cool... it's dark as fuck, you can't see anything. But besides that, you know there's a lot of cool creature stuff happening. The Predelian is one of the craziest, most ferocious, scary monsters in the entire franchise. Wolf is one of the most badass predators ever. There's a lot of cool action in that, when you can see it. I would skip all the human parts and just watch Wolf. I think somebody made an entire cut with just Wolf scenes against the aliens and the Predelian with no humans. That's one of the best Alien movies ever. Why? Because there's no human shit in it. When human shit's in it, it's bad. I'm not saying this is as bad as AVPR. I'm not saying that. People need to freaking understand what I'm saying. The human stuff in all of these movies in IP, and even Alien Romulus, and I liked Alien Romulus more than most people did, but when rewatching these things, I feel the need to skip everything with the humans because it's always undercooked. It's always undercooked, man. They don't care about the human stuff themselves. They themselves know that the alien being on Earth is the thing, so they're putting everything towards that. And I feel like the writing of the human stuff is an afterthought. They think they're writing something deep with this AI. Oh, what does it mean to be human? But it's not. I've seen this a million times before. You need to do something different if you're going to repeat the same storyline. And if not, then don't force it into a story that has xenomorphs in it. Even though a xenomorph storyline that has synthetics in it is the place to do it, why are you doing it in a way that's so undercooked? How the fuck is Ellen Ripley's clone and Winona Ryder's Auton character more interesting than half the characters in this damn show. Little side rant. I like the show. I'm just saying, like, I just know it could be so much better. I don't think Disney and anyone involved with Disney knows how to write human stuff properly. I just watched Daredevil Born Again. They failed at writing scenes 1/5 as interesting as the Netflix show. Whenever these studios get involved, I just notice that the writing and the dialogue in certain points is bad. Or average at best, mediocre. There's some aspects of dialogue that are good in this. I like everything with the CEO. I think he's got some very cool conversations with some of these characters. I like everything with Timothy Oliphant's character too. I think he is a very interesting character. The Cyborg is interesting too, what he's trying to do. I'm telling you, bro, everything is undercooked. From a character standpoint. Alien standpoint, I'm excited where it goes. Human standpoint, I'm just like, man, let's get to the alien shit. I just find myself doing that in every episode. And it's not because I have a low attention span and I'm bored. I can watch No Country for Old Men, barely has any action in it. I know, terrible example, terrible comparison. I'm just saying. No Country for Old Men doesn't have a lot happening in it from like a horror action standpoint, right? It's mostly dialogue. It's still fucking amazing. Quentin Tarantino, any one of his movies, there's dialogue, 99% of the movie's dialogue, right? But the dialogue's good. It's all good. They don't have talented writers in these teams. They don't know what to do. So they just do what they think is good. And it's never as good as they want it to be. Or they think it is. Maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but that's just a mini side rant aside, alright? Those are my thoughts on Alien Earth. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission to take over Hollywood. But the army must keep growing. If you want to suggest video topics to me, or talk about your favorite movies or favorite film theories in a community with like-minded individuals, join the Zafy Discord now. Link is in the description and the comment section as well. Join us. This movement is just beginning. We're taking over Hollywood, one coke line at a time.